We're going to start shortly. Please take a moment, and we'll start shortly. Okay, welcome to another CIT Department Advising session for the summer 2015. This is August the 18th at August 18th at 6:03 p.m. and we're going to run through another advising session. A few housekeeping items. If you're joining us from our event page from Google Hangout on Air, you can interact with the session. Um, there is a questions, an ask questions on the right navigation pane or the right pane. I can go ahead and use that. If you're joining us, if you're listening in on our YouTube channel, viewing this as a video and not interacting. However, there is a comment section on the bottom of this viewing of this video that you can put your comments in. Whenever you put a comment, we'll get that message and we'll be able to reply to you. Um, and And I think that's about it for now. Towards the end, we'll let you know other options to get more information about the program, courses, and all things computer information technology can offer you. Okay. Now this presentation was prepared by Michael Popolo and Jefferson Fernandez. And here's a few questions for you to keep in mind. What is your current major? If you don't know, we're gonna show you how you can find out in a little bit, in about 30 minutes in. What is your short-term goal? Are you here at Bunker Hill for employment? Are you here to seek an associate's degree or a certificate, or are you here specifically to transfer to another four-year private or public college university? There's a lot of reasons what your short-term goals are, but these are just some questions to get uh, your thinking cap going. Okay, you're going to spend some time, some money, effort, and patience uh, here with us. So why not make the good use of it and start asking the right questions? So as we go through the presentation, make sure you write down these questions and possibly now, if you're viewing this again, if this is a pre-recorded version that you are viewing, pause it right now and answer these questions before we go forward. This is going to really help you try to figure out what if we are good for, if you are a good best fit for you or not. Okay, hopefully we are. But here's a quick table of contents. We'll do some stats and facts. The workforce in the context of our department, our threefold mission, industry exams, career track options we got, stackables, transferring, what's next, and conclusion. Okay, so Bunker Hill is among the region's largest college. We have 14 plus students this semester. We're a little bit lower than that because enrollment is a bit low. Um, that is that is a good thing, and I mentioned that specifically because when enrollment is somewhat low, it's because the job market is good for you guys. It means that the students and our potential students, you guys are in the workforce. You guys got a job, and the market is good. The job market is good, and people are hiring. That's great. But right now, these numbers are a little low. 14K is a little high for this semester, but it's a good thing for our constituents because the one of our goals is to transfer, prepare you for the workforce, and that's it. And these numbers tell that we are doing our job, even though it kind of hurt us a little bit. While the largest community college in Massachusetts, we're the most affordable at 3.3K a year. We have over 100 certificate degrees and programs in the college. And just to point out, the CIT department has about 20% of that. We have 24 plus degrees and certificates in our department. So we're about 20% of the school. 67% of people of color, and 50% of women. Well, a threefold mission is bringing information computing technology across all BSCC students in our institution. All right, and we'll see how we do that in the next slides. Associate's transfer to baccalaureate. We have several agreements on those. Workforce preparation, associate degrees and certificates. All right, so that's our three main focus on the department. And we can't do that without our strong vendor academy. And these are some of the academies that we have connections with. Cisco Systems, Oracle, Microsoft, Linux Professional Institute, EMC, VMware, IBM, CompTIA, and I think Citrix in there too, but I'm not too sure. All right, so here's how we do MyCT across for our students in the institution. We have a really good comprehensive course called Computer Applications and Concepts. It's offering 40 plus sections per semester. It's roughly 800 students every semester the courses start, and this is across all disciplines in Bunker Hill. Other courses, they also go cross departments, Microsoft Office application, operating systems, programming and forensics, database, medical office administration, among others. All right, and we have a good collaboration with other departments, as stated. And here's a few: computer media technology, business administration, criminal justice for our forensics program, and medical imaging for our PACS program. All right, so here's how we prepare students to transfer to four-year institutions or for BAs and BSs on other institutions. We have 2 associates in science and 2 associates in arts. They can be transferred. 2 in computer science. AA is more generalized. The AS is focused on specifically computer science and has a lot more programming languages and levels of programming language in the AS instead of the AA. Okay, and go ahead and look at the grid and you see what the difference is, and we'll go over these in a little bit. The associates as computer information systems and AS in IT and info tech. All right, so continue our third mission. The workforce preparation as associate degrees. We got these associate degrees and a few more, I believe. Network administration is primarily a Cisco-based curriculum. What does that mean is, if you look it up, if you're into networking, you'll know that Cisco Systems is the top networking company in the world, and it has a networking academy. We get our content, our learning materials to our students, to our learners from Cisco Academy. So they're the content provider. And so our instructors keep up to date based on the new technology and trends that are in the market, and we do that with affiliation with Cisco. Same thing with Oracle databases, Microsoft for computer support, and others. For digital forensic investigation, we have investigators who are in the field working right now as investigators in digital forensics, and they teach for us. I would like to say they teach with us, not for us. With us it's a better connotation, I guess. And I think Internet information security, object-oriented programming. Among those, we have more than 30 years experience, professional experience among our faculty to deliver these programming knowledge to you. All right, here's about our stackable certificates. Now we got entry-level skills, mid-level skills, and emerging technology skills. Let's take a look at these. All right. Now, entry-level skills. We have PC hardware support, Microsoft applications, medical office support, health information technology, and there's a few others as we'll see in the further slides. In the middle skills, we got Cisco CCNA as a 28 level certificate, Cisco HIN, which also 28 or so level certificate. Database administration, inside that we have big data and business intelligence, digital forensics, internet information security, mobile applications, medical information management system, and there's two other mid-level certificates that's not mentioned here, and that we will see them as we go forward. Now, with all of these industry affiliations, we had recently become a Pearsonville testing center, and we have implemented in our assessment center. However, the assessment center for Pearson testing will be relocated to the new building. Hopefully, this fall, if not in the spring, 2016, we'll have that finished, and our students will be able to take industry certifications right after they're taking their regular semester course. They will be able to sit down and take these industry certifications right here on campus instead of having to go who knows where that is registering and certified for them to take the exams. They can do it right here on campus. And these are some of the certifications that we have done while the Pearsonville Testing Center was implemented: Cisco, Microsoft, Linux Professional Institute, and others to follow. Okay. Now, for career tracks, these are the options we have. All right. And before we start with the mid-level here on this mid section here, let's focus up here. All right. Before anything, you have to be admitted to Bunker Hill, either in the fall or spring. Got to complete your financial aid application, your college application. You got to take the AccuPlacer tests. Now, if you don't know exactly where you want to go in information technology, there is a delay option that you can exercise. Now, with all of that said, that's great and fine. However, I would like for you to now take a moment and really take this piece in. So explore the career tracks and job opportunities. You might be here just temporarily going to another 4 institution, that's fine. You might be here just for the knowledge gain, and that's fine too. Well, when I retire, I would go back to school just for the knowledge gain and not a need for a job. That would be a really nice retirement. Anyways, but most of you, probably 80 to 90%, are here to get a skill set or renew your skill set in the technology area so that you can be marketable, so that you can go back out there and see if you can land in another field or job area or career. So if you're a current Bunker Hill student, go to bhc.edu/Career Connect, log in and do a search for jobs there based on the keywords and concepts you hear on this advising session. Okay, it is critical for you to do that. Well, why is it critical? Well, you're the one living in our shoes. You want to spend all this time, effort, money in a classroom, talking to other classmates, to instructors. If you really don't know what the market is in which you are going for, then you got to do your research. You have to know, get to know more on what you're getting into. And this is one way to do it. If you're watching this, you're not a Bunker Hill student, there's still hope for you, people. I'm serious. There's still hope for you. Go to LinkedIn.com and do the same thing. You don't have to be a Bunker Hill student to do these. Right? In any institution you're going to, not just here at Bunker Hill, you can go any other institution. Okay, they might have something similar as to our Career Connect, or you can go directly to the internet and do these searches. Here's an example: LinkedIn.com, the professional networking site. You can go to Indeed.com, Jobs.com. wherever is it that he searches for jobs, and do a search for these keywords items. Okay. Now consider the financial and timeless of your ITC track as follows. Here's one of the tracks. You can come in as a career certificate option. It is short time to employment, usually 1 to 2 semesters. 1 to 2 semesters can be half a year or 1 year. If you do the spring and summer, that's half of your year. If you do your year, if you do summer, fall, again, that's half a year. If you just do spring, or excuse me, if you just do spring and fall, and you don't do anything in the summer, well, that extends to 1 year. All right, and depending on the prerequisites inside, you might extend a little more, but we usually try to keep these career certificates, especially the 16 credits, within 2 semesters. Okay. Again, it's between 16 and 29 credits. That number is a little off. It's by 1 credit. It's a 29 credits. Internships are available. It's a low-cost option, and most courses included in the Associates of Science. We're going to see that in a few slides over. All right, the associate's degree. It is a 2-year plus commitment. There's employability. Employment is available. It usually goes for 60 plus credits. Internships are available too now. Employment availability and internships are a little bit different, but both of these categories are available for these students. And moderate cost option, and most courses transfer to a baccalaureate or to a 4-year institution, private or public. Now, baccalaureate is a 4-year commitment or more. It's applied IT, applied computer science. It does cost a little more. However, it has long-term benefits, and it transfers our degrees transfer to BA and BSs on these universities right here. However, this is just a small list. We transfer to a whole bunch. As you're gonna see, every time we mention this transfer, we give you more or different names, and you see it going forward. Okay, asterisks. You got the asterisks right here on the Cisco CCNA certificate, 16 credits. We have a possible 42 credit transfers depending on the institution, and we are always doing articulation with other institutions. Articulation is a fancy name for agreement. We have an agreement with UMass Boston, UMass Lowell, and such that, hey, we have this degree, these courses, they transfer 100%, or they transfer to this degree, those courses on the other institution. That's what it means. All right, so here's a view of stackables, all right? And this is what we do our stackable. As mentioned before, the 16, the entry-level skills, all of these courses are in the mid-level skills, and the mid-level skills, all these courses are in the Associates of Science degree. But again, here's the common denominator, I guess. You have to explore your career tracks. Now with this here, go to Career Connect or LinkedIn or whatnot, and do a keyword search for Cisco systems, CCNA, networking, routing, WAN technologies, Linux administration, network security, wireless technologies, already said that, Windows Server administration. Now, do a search for this type of keywords and see what kind of jobs pop out. Go to salary.com and see what kind of jobs pop out with a 0 to 1 year experience with these type of titles, okay? All right, so that's what we mean by stackables. So the 28 stacks on top of the 16, and the 60 goes on top of, well, the 16 goes into the 29, and the 29 goes into the 60, all right? So here's a strong base stacking. So it's a strong base because it doesn't, these two certificates here, health information networking and information technology certificate programs, they go into the Network Technology Administration Associates of Science. Okay, as we're going to see on the side stacking is a little bit different. So these two certificates are under, along with the CCNA Fast Track, are under the mid-level and the Emerging Technologies Associates. All right. So let's see what happens. So right now, when you register to the college, and you declare a major, when you declare a major, you're going to declare an Associates of Science or Associates of Arts. Don't declare the certificates, okay? Once you sit down with your instructor and your advisor, they can better advise you on the strategy you're going forward with this. So when you register, declare the Associates of Science. In this case here, this person has declared the Network Technology Administration option. Okay, however, when you start taking classes, you start taking classes on the entry-level certificate right here. All right, so as you register for CIT 110, 162, 167, and all of these, you are also taking classes, you are also overlapping the courses for entry-level skills on other areas, as shown here on the Health Information Networking. Has 3, 4, 5 courses overlap, and the 2 extra courses, which is Health Information Networking and Cisco CCNA Security, in order to get a good, in order to get a better, stronger base on of networking in the health information field. You need those 2 extra classes. Now here you are also taking classes towards Health Information Technology Certificate program. Now Health Information Technology, and the other one's networking. Okay, and you notice that the number of credits are different on these 2. Okay, there are a little more credits on the networking instead of the technology. Now here's an interesting one. All right, so 110 is across all of these, but the 182 does not, the CIT 182 PC hardware is not found on any of the entry-level certificates here, shown here. And it's not on the mid-level skills for network technology certificate, but it is on the emerging technology degree up here. All right, so as you're working towards the degree, you also cover that base, and that's why one of the reasons why I said for you to, when you enroll, you declare an Associate of Science or Arts inside of the certificates. Because if you were down here, you will not have purview to that course. Okay, well, you would, but this here makes it better for explanation. All right, you'll also be working on these other ones, and as stated, the Cisco Health Information Technology course and the Cisco CCNA Security. With these 2 courses, you complete the requirements for this certificate. And with Healthcare IT Concepts 1 and Healthcare IT Concepts 2, you finish the requirements for that certificate. So if this is your last semester, you need to be enrolled full-time in a college, well, here are your 4 courses. Now, and here are your 4 courses. If this is your the last courses you have to take, you stay here 1 more semester. It's and it's 2 certificates that gets you in gives you a better marketability in the health information area, in the healthcare field. Okay. All right, so side stacking. Side stacking is pretty interesting here. We said, okay, we still have these overlaps, or as you're taking courses towards that Associate of Science, you're also taking entry-level skills towards this other entry-level skill certificate, Information Technology Security Fast Track. And now, with CIT 118, which is Principle of Internet and Information Security, and Information Security Assurance, with these 2 courses, you get into the cybersecurity or information security end of, not end, but a context of networking. All right. So now you're strong on networking, but now you're getting into the information security side of the house. All right. Now, here's something. Here are the other fast track certificates that we have, or the entry level skills. Data management. Now, in data management, we have this new course here, Introduction to Big Data with R and RStudio. R is a programming language specifically for the big data. It's the big data course here is EMC based. If you guys don't know who EMC is, go look it up. Do a do a web search for EMC Big Data course. So this here is a little mix of. It does have mostly the objectives and outcomes of the EMC big data and business intelligence analytics, and also more of our content that we put into to better reinforce the course concepts. All right, and we also have we're gonna see later mid-level. There's a second level course for this one that goes into more depth of big data or in big data. Okay, computer forensics, information technology security, we're Cisco systems, and our Cisco program is so popular and so in demand that what happened here is students in the workforce or professionals in the workforce came up and say, you know what, I don't want to have to wait 4 semesters, because 4 semesters, if you do spring or fall and then summer, you can probably do all of the Cisco courses that way. But I don't want to wait the whole year. I'm already a professional. I already know networking. I just want to go in, reskill real quick, get the knowledge base that I need for the industry certification, and go take the certification. Okay, I just need to renew my certification. And so I said, okay, no, we had a lot of requests for that, and this is what we came up with. We made the fast track entry level skill with fast track courses. In order for us to provide that CCNA in 1 semester, and that's what we had to do. So this here, CIT 110 fast track, 162 fast track intro to networking, routers and routing basics fast track. So all of these courses, when you take a look at the catalog, when you go register, they are FT in front of them. Any course with an FT in front of them means fast track. Okay, we have a great professor that does this, and these classes are not for the faint of heart. I mean, if you're a student, dedicated, hard worker, and you ask questions when you are in the mud, then you do fine. But if you if you notice that you're a slacker, this is not for you, brother. Not for you at all. I mean, I would definitely take this, given the time. And the instructor is really great, the ones who's doing this. But right now, it's the 110. The way you do here is when you go register, if you're interested in this, you do a search for CIT 110 FT, I think it's HB, Hybrid Fast Track, HBFT or FTHB. I'm not really sure exactly which one it goes, but it's like that, okay? It's either Hybrid Fast Track, HBFT, or Fast Track Hybrid, all right? Now, here's the thing. The 110 is a prerequisite for 162. If you're interested, email the instructor or the department chair, and they'll sign you in, making sure that you can register for these 2 at the same time. Now, here's the thing. Now, one is a prerequisite of the other. So the prior is a prerequisite of the 4, prior prerequisite of the 4, prior prerequisite of the 4. All right. So, and this is why it can take more than a year to finish this. So when you do register for these 2 for 110 and 162, go ahead and register for the others as well. Okay. And that way, by the end of one semester, you'll be finished with this. And this is how it works. CIT 110 fast track or hybrid fast track and 162 fast track, they start and finish in September. So that's 1 month for these two. September and October is 167. You finish 167 in October. November is 267 and December is 274. And that's how you can do it. And then in December, there's a time between December and January. I think we have 2 or 3 weeks before class starts. That's when you do your brain dumps. You go in and you take several drill sessions for the CCNA, and then you go register for the industry certification. Okay, you register to go sit and take the CCNA. All right, and that's how this one is played out. If you don't want to do it that way, that's fine. If you want to do it normally, you can take the 110 as a regular semester, and then the next semester you can take the 162 as a regular semester course. And while doing that, now remember, this is the entry level. We have mid-level, and then the emerging technologies as the associates in science. So you register for the 110, and you can register for other courses that doesn't have a prereq, all right, to fill out your schedule. And same thing, when you register for the 162, you go picking at the mid-level and the emerging technology courses in which the prereqs has already been being fulfilled. And these are some strategies you can ponder upon. And when you sit down with your instructor can explain these a little further, a little more for you. All right, so here are the certificates. Most certificates that we have, they do this stacking thing. And here are the certificates we got, okay, and with the appropriate degrees. And these are all of it. Now we got in the contact name for the professor. So for digital and computer forensics investigations, contact Professor Mahoney or Fernandez. For computer support specialists, contact Professor Michael Popolo or Diane Popolo. Here, there's one wide column with 2 segments on the bottom. And here's how we look at it: software support, hardware support. Okay, they both go for computer support. In order to do computer support, you need to understand about applications, or you can go into hardware support. So it's 2 different tracks that merge into the computer support specialist. You can start here at the Microsoft apps, or you can start here at the PC support specialist track. Okay. So Professor Harris or Cronin for database programming and administration. And this is where the big data is, okay? So the database support specialists, we are in the process of modifying these, and we're going to have a second level big data course in there, and we are going to be adding Python programming language into this stack as well. Okay. Now, Professor Mahoney or Fernandez, again, for information technology security column. Professor Akeley or John for network technology and administration. And here we go. Here's the strong base stacking. So we have 3 entry-level skills that stack into the mid-level and to the emerging technologies. All right, now you notice here that side stacking goes into a different degree, okay, into a different sources of science, and that's why the information technology security fast track is a side stack, not a stack. All right, Professor Briggs or Bergman for medical information management. This ... means that we don't have an entry level for that degree, just a mid-level skills. All right, so Professor Delta or Miller for computer science transfer option or computer science concentration, sources of arts. Now, the new programs we are working on, the new programs that have been deployed are Android mobile applications, contact Professor Miller, gas utility technology, contact Professor Martignelli, and electric power utility, contact Professor Wickfall. Now, you might be, if you're really paying attention, you might be like, what are you talking about? Gas and electric? What does that have to do with computer information technology? Here's the thing. We're both gas and electric. Our current gas, our local gas and electric companies came to the university and said, hey, we want to partner with you guys to set up a program, to almost like an apprenticeship program, but it's not an apprenticeship program, it's a degree granted program. So similar to what these gas and electric companies say, hey, we want to become your quote unquote vendor for some materials that we think are on the market is lacking. Similar to what Cisco and Oracle did. Cisco and Oracle said, well, we're going to create an education academy and deliver materials and resources for academic institutions so that we can put into the market more skilled individuals in these technical areas. So the gas and electric utility, I think the electrical, I think, is Eversource, and the gas company is Fenny Brothers, I believe. So they're saying the same thing. We want to technically become, unquote, your vendor connection. So we set up these degrees to put students through as offering these degrees for those who want to be skilled in the area of utilities, well, the electrical utility or gas utility, and encompassing their technologies thereof. So that's where these come in. I know it doesn't make at first like, what are you talking about? But that's what it is. So we're hosting these programs, and we're proud to have them. All right. So this is what we have in development. Professor Miller is working on the mid-level and the emerging technologies for the mobile market. Professor Delter or Professor Miller will be the contact if you have. They're working on the object-oriented programming and design starter 16-level certificate. The mathematics AA here, we just have it as a quick notation. The department is entertaining the idea of cooperating with the mathematics department so we can have a dual major, a comp sci and mathematics, where most universities have something similar. Professor Mattignelli may be working on the entry and mid-level skills. Same thing for Professor Wickfall. All right, now, for those who are transferring, it is similar to registering to Bunker Hill. For the fall spring, you have to be admitted at Bunker Hill. If you're transferring from, or if you're transferring to, you have to be admitted to whoever is it that you are or not. If you're not admitted to anywhere, you just need to have your transcript and everything in order. But anyways, you have to complete the college and financial aid applications. You have to take the occupational test. If the other institution you're transferring to requires you to do that, you have to do that in advance. The other institution may have a delay option. You have to see, if you don't know which track you're going into, they may have a delay option. Again, as I mentioned before, coming to Bunker Hill or to another institution, you gotta do your career track and job opportunities outlook. It's really important, all right, for your own benefit. Consider the financial and timeliness implications of the tracks as follow. So the associate's degree, we got 2 asterisks, is a 42 credit transfer possibility. We're going to look at the IT transfer, Comp Sci transfer, Comp Sci AA, and Computer Information Systems in AA. Now, work directly with our transfer department. The offices are in B202, 204, and 101. Now, they assist you, students coming to and or from our service transfer service department. They assist on students coming to Bunker Hill or going from Bunker Hill. From Bunker Hill to another place, they assist you. And if you're going from somewhere else to Bunker Hill, they assist you as well. Okay. Now, we have successfully placed individual in 4-year Commitment Plus tracks in BA and or BS at UMass Boston, Amherst, Lowell State, Salem State, Northeast University, and we have agreements being developed on the constant. All right. Well, that slide's messed up. All right. So for the associates in science in IT transfer, contact the transfer service department and Professor Wei Zhang at UMass Boston. He handles the transfer of students from our ASIT to their BSIT in the College of Management. And these are the tracks that you can transfer to: business intelligence, computer forensics, information architecture, and system administration. Right? Now, the AS in Comp Sci transfer in AA in Comp Sci work with the transfer service department, and we have successfully transferred people to UMass College of Science and Mathematics for Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. We also help people transfer to Tufts and other private and public university and colleges. Again, about 42 credit transfers. All right, the AA in Computer Information Systems work with the transfer service department and Professor Peng Xu, UMass Boston. It transfers to the College of Management. Now, the degree is a BS in Management, a Bachelor of Science in Management, with the focus or the track being Management Information Systems, okay, MIS. Now, the Medical Information Management work with our transfer service department, and we have successfully placed people at Northeast University in the area of health management and Cambridge College. All right, now on AS Information Technology, this one's a little tricky. Although this is our specialized skills area, where most of this presentation of this advising session has been on: network technology, forensics, information security, information security, database. Those all specializing skills in IT. Okay. And depending on the market, if you go to California, might be, if you're coming from the East Coast and going to the West Coast, might be that you have a better, easier way to transfer. But if you're going to other states or other countries, the naming convention might be a little different. But one thing to keep in mind is always keep the course description, or if you have a syllabus, is one way to. I know it's kind of hard keeping a copy of the syllabus for every class, but if you scan them and keep a copy of them in your online storage like Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, or whatever, it may come into use for you in the future, or it may not, but it's always good to have. Now, here's the thing, though: these specialized IT skills, you got to work with our service transfer department and the transfer service department of other schools, so that we can work on not articulating, but we can work on the credit transfer for courses that are not articulated or not agreed upon formally in writing. Okay, so but every school has a transfer department. You should have a transfer department. Talk with an advisor there. It's a little more challenging, but it can be done. Okay. Now, what's next? Now, if you transfer from or to, I've been asked to specifically tell students that transcript from your previous colleges needs to be sent to the enrollment desk. All right. The enrollment desk is on the academic, and you need to send these transcripts to the academic records office at B204. Okay. Now notice that B204 is also transfer service department, 202, 204, and 201. Okay. Now, the transfer affairs office, they do workshop constantly. They always have a workshop going on, and up there in near their office. Okay. And if you're around town, if you're around, or get in contact with the transfer affairs office, and they can give you all the information that you need about transfer if you have any questions and concerns and whatnot. Now, now this is a link for workshop where I'm going to show you where it is in a little bit. But next, so including what's next is logging into your web advisor and doing a program evaluation. You got to identify the courses that you need to take, do a search and register for the course. Now this is very critical right now because, and I'll show on the show and tell. I'll show you here. I'll demonstrate the registration ends on September 4th, I think, and we are in the 3rd week of August. So there's very short time to register, and you got to do this really quick. So I'm gonna switch screens here. So that we can do this show and tell. Oh shoot. And yeah, we got it. All right, so I'm gonna all right, let me do this. Start sharing. All right, so this is the transfer affair office. So it's www.bhcc.edu/transfer. All right, and here there's the contact and hours, and the workshops, view a workshop and visiting college, view academic calendar. And here are the here we go, transfer requires to BHCC. On Monday, August the 3rd, there was one here. We are on August 18th, 13, 14, 15, 18. So Tuesday, August 18th, there's an information session, career planning and writing. So getting towards the start of the semester, there isn't a workshop now, but there was a whole bunch here last week and the week prior. Right here, intensive workshop, BHCC information session, intensive workshop, that's on transfer. Not intensive workshop, or there are other workshops here, but how do I transfer on August the 4th? How do I transfer? So there's a whole bunch of workshops here going on. All right. Now, registering. So if you are already a Bunker Hill student, now is the time for you to go to bhcc.edu, right? And then go to My BHCC. Now here you're gonna have to do a login. I'm not gonna do a login because I don't have a student account, and my instructor account or my faculty account does not show you the screens that you're going to see. But if you are not a student, you can still follow through up to a certain point, okay? But if you are a student, go ahead and log in. I'll give you a minute for you to log in. Okay, a minute has passed. All right, that was a silly joke. Okay, so when you log in as student, you're going to see a menu option similar to this. And now here you go to program evaluation. There's a academic planning program evaluation. When you click on program evaluation, it's going to show you which program or which degree or certificate you have declared. If that's not it, contact your faculty advisor, which I'm going to show in the next few slides, to help you change your program, your active program. Okay. But doing a program evaluation also shows you which courses you have taken, that's in your transcript, or you are currently taking, that's in your schedule, and which courses you need to take. All right. So if you are a current student, you have the option to come here and do that evaluation, which is really nice that you can do it, but the output, the text output that shows you, it's not very user-friendly. So another way to do it, for students who are not registered for Bunker Hill, this is another way you can do it as well. If you go on the programs of study, programs by department, scroll down to computer information technology, and for your information, office information management, right here, office and information management is also under the CIT department. These four items will be moved into this block sometime this semester. Okay, so let's say that you're going for database management, and that you are currently taking the Cisco CCNA Fast Track. Let's say you're on the fence about these two. Well, but you're really gearing towards the data management. All right. So okay, the first thing you got to do is take CIT 110, 113, or 182. All right, and the same thing for these other ones. The next one here is 110, 13, 120, or 182, and the same thing for all of them here. So we would like to advise people, if you're going for for the associate in science, you take the 113, right? IT problem solving. So we kind of gear people to take 113. All right, so in here, this here basically opens up all of these courses here. All right, so you take this one semester, and the next semester you can take 1, 2, 3, 4. You can take these 4 courses at the same time. So that's one option. Okay, and the Cisco CCNA, same thing. This here we have fast track options. Now, if you are, and now here you can say, okay, I have already taken the 110 in the spring of 15. So you write spring 15. Now you know that the prereq, now this opens up this course. Now you can take this in the fall. Now fall 15. Now you can go ahead and register for this one. And the other one that doesn't have a prereq is the OIM 100. Now the OIM 100, you can take an exam. There's a test out exam that you can take, or you can take it as a regular semester course, and that's fine as well. All right. And now we have this the prereq of prior type of thing. All right. Now in this case here, if you are a current student and you're looking to the fast track CCNA fast track with fast track courses, here's what you can do is do a search and register or search sections. I register for sections, and then in here do a search and register for sections. This is gonna fail because I'm logged in as a guest right now, and guest does not have access to that. So I am gonna, what guest does have access to is to search for sections. And in here, the term is in the fall, subject is computers, and the course number is CIT 110, HB Fast Track. I think it's HB Fast Track. The other one is again computers, and this is 1622 Fast Track. Again, computers. 167 Fast Track. The computers. 267 Fast Track, and computers again. 279. 274. 274 fast track. All right, now we can do a search on this. And there we go. And this is that's the schedule. If you look at closely, the schedule starts on the 9th and ends on the 10/1. So September 8th and ends on October 1st. All right. The 110 hybrid didn't show up. So it's the other way around. It's fast track hybrid. Fast track hybrid. Submitted. And here we go. Yep, fast track hybrid. Starts on the 9/9 and ends on the 10/14. So this is about a month, a little over a month. Okay. All right, great. And then you go through and you register for the classes. Right now, registration ends. Let's go to the calendar, the academic calendar. We go here to Bunker Hill main site. Academic calendar. View academic calendar for the fall 15. Fall 15. Classes begin on the 8th, and last day to register for classes September 4th. So right now we on August the 18th. We have 1, 2 weeks, and 1, 2, 3 days. 2 weeks and 3 days for registrations. Okay, until registration is closed. All right, let's. I'm going to shift this back to our presentation, our PowerPoint presentation. All right, now I want to conclude this with a great African parable of the lion and the gazelle. So every morning in Africa, gazelle wakes up. That's awesome. He knows he must run faster than the fastest lion or he will be killed. Every morning, a lion also wakes up and he knows he must outrun the slowest gazelle or he will starve to death. So it doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun shines, you better be running. And in information technology, our field, it's kind of like that too, where technology is that gazelle, and we are the lion. We are starving for that type of information, for the skill set, for the technology. And sometimes if you don't run fast enough, you're gonna stay behind. And our instructors, and the way that we catch the gazelle every time is with our vendor affiliation. I mean, we get all these materials from our vendors. We get trained on new technologies from our vendors and whatnot. And our instructors are the professionals in this discipline, and they know what's in the market right now. So, in saying that, here are the contacts. Our instructors, they can advise you in all of these areas. However, these are their preferred disciplines, right? For computer science, network security, database, computer support, office information, and gas and electric utility. All right. I am going to go. If you have any questions, you can use the Hangout area to ask the question. If you're interacting with the session now, you can ask questions. Or if you're in the YouTube, watching this on YouTube, you can. There's a questions area in the bottom of this live event. And I'm checking it right now to see if there are any questions I may have missed during this session. No, there's no comments. I'm going to wait another minute. And if there's no comments, we're going to commence the presentation. I'll wait another minute and see what happens. All right, we didn't get any comments. I want to show you guys one more thing. If you are in this right here. All right, if you are a current student, go ahead and log into the portal. Gotta use your BHCC account to log in. Now here on the left, go to the Computer Information Technology department. You just do a search for computer information technology. And most, if not all of your answers about the department and courses and transferring, and this same video, right now is the 8th, but we're going to update it with the 18th. This current video that we are recording is going to be there. And most, if not all of your questions would be answered in one of these pages, okay? We're adding more information here about transferring, about the programs, about our academies, certification vouchers, and all of that. All of the information is going to be here. So bookmark this page. The email that you received has the current students. If you have, you should have received an email from the department about this advising session, and there is a tiny URL for the portal. Here's the tiny URL. You can go to http://tinyurl.com and CIT portal site. The CIT portal site will take you straight to here. All right. There you go. So tinyurl.com/CIT portal site. I will take you straight to this. And this is where most of your questions would be answered. And the instructors, the faculty contact is also down here under meet our staff. So under meet our staff, you can you can contact the instructors the same way that we have it on the presentation. Okay. And well, thank you very much for watching. If you did watch, if you did join our session, thank you very much for joining. I hope to see you on campus, and please contact us if you have any questions whatsoever. Okay, thank you very much, and have a great semester.